Hello and welcome to Midday Repartee. This is Rata and Glory, joined today by my Thursday co-host Russ Leach. How are you doing, sir?
Fine, thank you very much. Bit tired, but I'm getting there.
yeah. This guy has been on a absolute rampage, promoting Only Death Can Save Us. Been making the rounds on some channels, man. How is it going? How are you feeling?
I'm getting over it now. I went all night, ended up on Michael Bancroft's channel.
Yeah.
I need once again say thank you to so many people that helped, including yourself, including Michael, the captain, all of you. Just brilliant. So much support and love in the room, as it were. That's it really. It's great to see and to be part of something where people are helping each other and supporting each other. The book did well, like 30% in the first 36 hours. So it was just a great launch, far better than I expected. Really good. I bumped into some completely other people in another part of the internet today, and they were speaking to me about it. Good, open-minded people, just like we have.
All right.
Here.
That's good to hear, man. And you also set your goal at a very realistic, like, this is what I need realistically to make this happen. So when you say, a lot of people just set it at the lowest possible amount to kind of because it can, Indiegogo plays around with that in terms of how quickly you get funded, but you set a realistic goal. And it's like 6,000 or something.
It's yes, £5,000, Great British pounds. I think it's about $6,500, just under $6,500. The point being that I came at it from a perspective of like you being in the industry, being in the design and production industry, you have to have budgets. There's no point going in too low and making yourself hurt. It's just no point. It's got to be the people. You've got to have some confidence in the product as well. So I'm not silly. I'm not saying, oh wow, I expect 20k. That's just absolutely ridiculous. You've got to convince people the product's good. You've got to show people it's good, and you've got to make people confident in you and the product. So it's a rounded sort of. That's the minimum I think I can produce a quality product at, and still walk away and feel like I've come out of it up, as it were. Any more than that, and things are going crazy. Yes, if we get up there, but I'll be adding stretch goals along the way, and people will get extra added value.
Very nice, very nice.
Thank you.
Also joining me today is the mighty Lucius. How are you doing?
Doing good. I thought we were already live in the background.
No, I kind of got that sense, but I wasn't going to interrupt because you were really on a roll. It felt like you were delivering like some punches, and I'm like,
I hope you took notes.
We'll let them know. We'll let them know after that this is.
I think I can hit it pretty much what I said.
Cool.
Other than that, I heard you got to copy and you got to paste, man. I heard that's what you got to do.
Oh, dude, if you're not copying, you're not pasting. That's what I've heard.
Oh, yeah.
Bristolian Dave, how are you, sir?
Good, mate. Good. Just thought I'd jump in. Seemed like a good topic. When Russ is on here, only death can save us. Go back it, guys, if you haven't already. It looks fucking amazing.
Yeah. And I have the link for that down below, along with a lot of other great links. So be sure to check those out. We got the captain in the house. How are you doing?
Apparently it's chicken.
Yeah.
Thanks to Russ,
Fuck ahead. Captain for Huck ahead.
How is everybody? Everyone good?
Yeah. All good.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Russ. You're smashing it so far.
Thank you. Yes, let's fingers crossed it keeps going, and I can convince people to buy the book, and then I can give them lots of great goodies.
That's right. I've been told to check my DMs.
Uh-oh.
That's always.
Solicited pictures.
Uh-oh. Let's check this out. Let me get this. Share. This is cool. I think you're gonna appreciate this, Russ.
Oh, go. Oh, look at that. Come with me if you want to live. Get to the chopper.
And this is from Lucius at Jawmasters on Twitter. Be sure to follow him. He's producing great art all the time. Nice, man. How much is this? Some of the first fan art you've gotten?
Yeah, this is the second piece. Yeah, in 2 days. I'm almost tearing up, to be honest. It's just fabulous to see people kind of liking your characters and enjoying them, and then picking the things out that you've created for them and doing that stuff, doing their own thing with it. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Love that, love it.
As he says, well, Cap is sitting here working on a piece of fan art for that very young man there.
Yes,
Egg 2, as we discovered last night. His new name
Egg 2. Egg 2. I saw the sketches. You sent me the sketches earlier. They're looking cool, mate. I like that. And then I got someone send me something on Instagram as well, day before yesterday. So just superb.
Nice. Is that? Yeah, we'd love to see it if that's possible. If you.
Yeah.
At some point. Have you guys heard about this Pelosi getting caught
Haircut?
going to the salon? Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that one.
I gotta play this. I clipped a little thing. This is her response to it, man. It is just incredible what these people think they can get away with.
A little. Oh, too late.
Go ahead.
Just to say a little touch of clarification for me, please, because I am aware who this character is. Because I don't believe she's actually a real person. Character is probably the best term for it. But
Yeah.
what happened? Well, give me some sort of context. I know that she went.
Yeah,
Go
this is a person who's gone ballistic on, the rules and limiting, just like we can't have people going to salons. She was just really pushing all of this stuff, very, the hardline anti-Trump rhetoric that she's on record as calling it the Trump virus. Let's just put it that way, okay?
Trump virus.
Yes, she has said those words, and
That sounds like in British talk. It sounds like someone who's got a collapsed colon.
yeah, she is. You're absolutely right about. It seems like she's a caricature of something. She's a Simpsons
Prolapse.
character.
Hashtag prolapse. No.
And this even kind of hits home in our network because Nerdrotic, who a lot of ComicsGate fans are also
Love you, Gary.
Nerdrotic fans. Yes,
Yeah, we love you, Gary. Yeah.
He's awesome.
because of all these rules and regulations about what people can and can't do with their businesses, his wife had to shut down her salon in San Francisco. And this woman played a major role in, causing that to happen. And then here she is, going and doing the things she's told other people they cannot do. And here's her response to it. This is too much.
And let me just say this. I take responsibility for trusting the word of a neighborhood salon that I've been to over the years many times. And that when they said, well, we're able to accommodate people one person at a time, and that we can set up that time, I trusted that. As it turns out, it was a setup. So I take responsibility for falling for a setup.
Oh, fuck off.
Wait. She's blaming the salon for not knowing her. What?
Yes. It was a sting operation. She went to get her hair blown out or something. It wasn't even like a proper haircut. It was just like a total luxury thing that she was having done, and it was a sting operation, folks.
You
She
know,
got caught.
there's a program we used to have in the glorious United Kingdom. Well, parts of it are glorious anyway. Back in the
Bristol's
80s and the early 90s, which I think would be... It's due for a return, actually, soon, I do believe, to the UK. And I think that right now, with the state of US politics, I don't think any of you are actually brave enough to do it. But Spitting Image, my friends, you need to get...
Need a Spitting Image.
An American version of Spitting Image right now would be fucking gold.
They did something a little bit like that on ITV a little while ago. It was similar to Spitting Image, but it was just so milquetoast.
Yeah, it wasn't
actually. No, it wouldn't go for the throat the way Spitting Image used to.
But it was.
But
it
no,
was.
did
It
not
was
give a
under the
flying
guise.
fuck. They were just like,
That was under the guise of Spitting Image, I believe.
I think it was. Yeah, I think when Spitting Image comes back, it's not going to be what it used to be.
Oh, God, no.
What was great about Spitting Image when it first came out was that it drew blood on everyone. Mm-hmm. It hated. I mean, Luck and Floor are quite lefty, from what I can gather, but they were fair in the way that they crucified absolutely everyone. I mean, whether it was the Labour front bench or whether it was the government, they just had everybody up against the wall and bled them dry. Fantastic stuff.
That John Major puppet was fucking.
Oh,
good.
wasn't it? Wasn't it? And putting Margaret Thatcher in a suit and like making her like a mafioso. Oh, so good.
Do you have any idea what they're talking about, Lucius?
No, I don't. Do you?
Oh,
Not really. No, I can't say that I do. Is this something that is still available? Can we check it out
I
somewhere?
reckon you can probably get it on
Must
YouTube.
be- I was going to say, it must be on YouTube.
What is it called
Okay.
again?
Spitting Image?
Spitting Image. All right.
Where's
Yeah,
my
there was
fucking-
another recommendation. I forget what it was a long time ago, and they went into it, and it sounded really interesting. But yeah, there's a ton of like good BBC programs out there that just never get known about, like over here in the States.
Yeah,
There used to be.
There's a few. It seems to be the second. I searched it on YouTube. The second one is a half an hour program, Spitting Image from 1986.
Right.
Oh, is that it?
There's also a.
Wasn't Spitting Image ITV?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It was. Yeah.
There's also a great thumbnail of one of the episodes from looks like in the 1980s. At the same time, Maggie Thatcher dressed up as, I can't make my mind up whether it's Charlie Chaplin or Hitler. I think it's probably Hitler.
Probably.
I think the chances are.
They did put a moustache under her nose quite a lot.
Yeah, that's the one I'm looking at. Let me see if I can.
I used to
Yeah,
like.
you don't get shit like that anymore, man.
Yeah, who was the guy that had his wife was put in a wheelchair? The big tall fella with the black hair. I can't remember his name.
Well, if he's
Well, they
tall
used-
and black, I wouldn't have given him any attention.
They used to put him in like biker outfit, so they'd have him speaking in Parliament, but he looked like a biker.
Oh,
It was just
Nice.
the crap.
Yeah,
they used
it's like,
to
can
do.
they? Could they even achieve? Can they do anything like that right now in the current climate?
Oh,
And
everybody
so-
would just get offended
they-
too
yeah,
much, wouldn't they?
they-
Yeah.
Well, not.
Yeah.
You saw what went down in Australia, right? This I saw it on Michael Bancroft's thing,
Yeah.
where this like pregnant woman, just for like doing a Facebook post, was
Yeah.
like arrested in her house. Like,
Yeah, what the heck? They like confiscate practically everything in their house, anything electronic.
something like that. Yeah, like
Yeah.
took like their computers and stuff like this. But she was like arrested in front of her kids for like organizing some kind of protest or trying to get a sign up for a protest. I forget.
Australia are
man.
turning bizarre.
I think it was
Yeah.
about like the COVID like things, like protesting the COVID stuff, and like just for doing a Facebook post.
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
Directly.
is this who you were talking about, Russ? Norman Tebbit?
Norman Tebbit, that's
Yeah,
it. Well
yeah,
done.
there
Kev.
it is.
Oh,
yeah, well done, Rob.
Norman Tebbit.
Points.
Norman
Points.
Tebbit.
Australia is going very weird though at the moment.
Yeah, it is.
man.
Very strange place.
Yeah, it's really gone.
Certainly not a zoo full of
authoritarian.
criminals like it used to be.
No.
No, like we had Fresher Luke talking to us one day, and I'm like, dude, you're making Australia sound pretty fucking pussified, like right now. Like he's like, it's like I would assume, you know, everything about it, the outback, like all these venomous snakes, like they're kind of like, no worries, you know, like surfing on the rocks, no worries, like
Right.
that kind of like, devil may care attitude, and it's like he was just like, nah, it's actually like he was competing with Canada in terms of just how like pussy they are, like in their actions and stuff. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, somebody
That
needs
breaks
to
my
do
heart.
an updated Crocodile Dundee with current Australian, like, where he'd be like, the
That's
complete
not
opposite.
a safety
of-
knife. This is a safety knife.
Only allowed to drink in certain places. Can't smoke.
Because that's the Australia of my childhood. Is like
Yeah.
that's where like most of the ideas came from. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like whoa,
Australia
they bring
all
washed
fucking-
away very quickly.
Australia is one of
Dirty
those
blokes.
places where everything wants to kill you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got all those animals, and they just want to eat you while you sleep. But it seems like a lovely place, and a lot of the people are very nice. And I think it's one of those places that's probably very similar to so many in the Western world at the moment. Is that there are people screeching at the top of their voice. There's very few of them. They've got into positions of power, and everybody else is looking at them, going, "What the hell is going on?" The vast majority of people just want to get on with their lives. They don't care, what sexuality you are or where you come from or what you do. Just so long as you're nice to each other, let's get on. And there's just so many people screeching at the top of their voices that they're obsessed or upset about something.
Dave and I were listening to one not long ago.
I
Minutes ago, to be honest.
I jumped into that a couple of
my
times
days.
to listen.
Whew.
You see, I love him. I'm going to get him on the show. He's definitely a rabbi from another planet. There is no doubt about that. But he's he's kind of too passionate for her, and it made it difficult for them to have a real discussion.
She was a moron, though, to be fair.
But she was, yeah. I mean, she was. Again, she was just quoting things, the small bits that I heard.
My favorite.
I mean,
line-
like suggesting that Star Trek was doing well is like, oh, come on, look at the facts, look at the viewing figures.
I think it was actually part of that conversation where my favourite line went. She just turned around to him and went, "You're just reading propaganda."
Oh, what?
No,
The rabbi.
He might be wild, but he's talking from the heart. He's talking from experience. He's talking about people and about their impressions of what's going on, rather than just, no, you must do this, and you know.
You're on about the rabbi, yeah?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Zevi, is it?
Jesus, who is this evil girl, man? She's a fucking idiot. Like, I don't know who she is, but she's an absolute fucking idiot. Jesus Christ.
Complete and
Right.
fucking moron.
There's a distinct lack of common sense.
I thought you were going to say clever Americans there.
Stop it.
Hey.
There's a distinct lack of common sense in the Western world at the moment, and it's not coming from the majority. That's the trouble. There is a majority of common sense, but as we were talking about Keanu earlier, and I watched the stream last night when you were talking about it. It's this acceptance that there's this privilege that things must come to us. We must have what we want. Things must be the way that we want them. And being jealous of other people's successes. And I mean, like we were saying earlier, I was listening to the stream last night and I was agreeing with everything you guys were saying. Like, Boom Studios turned up, said, "Hey, Keanu, do you fancy this?" And he went, "Yeah, why not?" And they did it, and that's the end. That's the be all and end of it. And he got to keep the IP and like be the producer on the movie or whatever. Some bright spark at Boom, okay, said, "Have you seen what that Richard C. Meyer did with Sylvester Stallone? Bloody hell, what a good idea!" So they've done that. They got Keanu in, and then they've gone to the acceptable place to do crowdfunding and just launched it. And all the people on crowdfunding are bitching about it. It's like, well, just make your own book.
It's like they seem to be so fucking scared of someone else doing better than them, or someone else actually making a success. Like their success depends on other people failing. Well, in my eyes, that's not only a shitty business plan to start with. It shows how much faith you got in your actual own fucking work.
Exactly, and it's like just get on with your own success. Focus on that. That's what you need to do. And I was saying earlier, it is annoying when celebrities turn up and do stuff that you've been working hard at. All right. So David Walliams turns up. Okay, for those people in America, he's just some average comedian. David Walliams turns up and starts writing.
Who's a very good swimmer.
Yes, apparently.
Sorry, I apologise.
Turns up and starts writing kids' books, and there are kids' books writers tearing their hair out, going, "I've been banging my head against the publishing wall for ages trying to do this." Okay,
I think I'll be banging my publishing. She still won't publish me.
And it's annoying. It is annoying, but then it increased the the awareness of kids' books and writing kids' books, and
Exactly.
there's probably a whole bunch more people in there doing it now.
And are people considering the nightmare that some of these people had to go through to get their fame in the first place? The fame that allows them to do this kind of thing. I mean, let's not forget that journey, which we all know is paved with a lot of hardship, a lot of nightmares, a lot of compromises.
I did
Come
hear
on.
Look at Keanu's past movies. I mean, some of his first movies, Jesus fucking Christ.
I did hear
But
that
he turned into a good actor.
I did hear that he did give Bill Clinton a blowjob once.
Well, see, there you go. These are the kind of things.
Who hasn't?
The hoops you have to jump through, people. Is
But
what
yeah,
we're
I
saying.
mean,
it's like
it's
nobody
like-
they're not talking about that at all. Like
No.
this guy's earned
He's earned
Keanu
it. Yeah.
above anyone else. This guy has just earned the he seems to have the adoration of of the whole world at this stage. He doesn't seem to be able to do any wrong. And of course, if he attaches his name to a comic book, it's going to put eyes on that thing, big time. And will it create new comic fans? Yeah, I think it will create.
Only on Tuesdays.
Yes, only on Tuesdays.
You consider, like, he's got, 4,700 odd backers, right? How many of those have never backed a comic book in their life? Never read a comic book, but they're doing it because Keanu's on it. Now, the chances are they might find something else on Kickstarter because they might browse the site. That might lead them to someone who's also on Indiegogo as well as Kickstarter, because there's few people that do the both. And they start looking at Indiegogo. It's a whole thing. Like, people got to consider that. But
that's why it's still a win for us.
This thing keeps going up, mate. Like, I'm watching it. That's what I like about Kickstarter. You just see the money ticking up.
That is,
talking.
it is nice. That's a nice.
I've had a bit of sugar today, guys, so if I'm a little bit hyper, I
it's
have
nice. It's nice as long as it's your money.
Yeah, well,
yeah, that's true.
So there, that component of bringing new fans, putting eyes on comics where maybe they weren't there before. That's all great. And I do find you brought up that this is kind of Boom Studios looking at your boy Zach, Richard C. Meyer, and going, well, look what he did with Expendables and Stallone. Look at this out of nowhere. This guy, independent person, was able to have huge success there. Let's emulate that. And isn't it interesting that how well ComicsGate seems to be able to kind of predict and pave the way for the future of American comics?
Yeah. If only people would listen. And that goes both ways. If only people would just listen and see the examples and samples in front of them, and instead of getting uptight about who might have produced it or how they might have got there, just look at the quality of the output and the fact that it's received well, and be thankful that it's doing something for the comic book industry.
Yeah. I wanted to speak to something, this idea of, focus on your own success rather than the failure of others. And it's like, when I look at the Democratic Party specifically and the whole kind of SJW tactic, their approach to things, it always seems to be about destroying another person rather than focusing on what you can offer, how good you are, how you can achieve success. It always seems about destroying something else. And this is just across the board on that side of the fence. It's really unnerving, man.
I think it's a lack of confidence in their own ability. Like they don't feel like they can achieve anything or get better than anyone with their own ability. So they have to bring them down in order to get ahead.
Right.
That's it.
You nailed it. I brought them down, so obviously I'm supposed to replace them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the attitude.
Rather than, this tactic of reaching the level of skill and accomplishment where I could be on that level with these other people, I'm just going to bring down the level that is required to work in this thing. And it's like, man, this is what you see it in education. You see it all over the place. No, you can't have overachievers. You have to bring everybody down to a baseline denominator. And this is such a bad approach to life. It's a bad approach to everything.
Problem is that bar will come down so low. Eventually, I'll be able to draw a comic, and then you'll know it really goes to shit.
Oh, mate, I was looking at something earlier on today. But you just start drawing now, mate. Honestly, they're already out there. I can't remember what I was looking at, but it was a horrible.
Oh God, we've seen it. We've seen it. That ninja comic, I can't remember what the hell it was, where the art just is it's just so bad. And we know, comics are struggling. They're looking for ways to save money in production. They're obviously turning to lower talent and framing it as SJW in hopes that might sell it still.
Oh no, this was something on Indiegogo I was looking at. I was like, no.
Say that again.
So I'm curious, how do you guys see? Do you see the future of comics kind of moving toward, releasing like monthly comics? Do they have a place moving forward in the comic industry?
No.
Mainstream or overall?
Either just in general. Do monthly American comics have a role to play in the future of the comic industry?
I can't. Sorry. Go on, you go, Lucius.
I think they could get by on like a few curated titles. Like if you had one Batman book a month and you made that the focus, or one Superman, or like, main headline character. But the idea that they could do like what they were doing before, where, I mean, you had even like C-list characters with their own books, their own solo book. I think those days are gone. Now they still might. I think at this point it's an IP thing more than anything. So they might just put something out there just for the sake of redoing the trademark or copyright on something and keeping that in their storage, their ammo to use later on if they ever wanted to. Ultimately, I don't know that there's a whole lot left in the movies. I think Avengers pretty much tapped out what you could expect the most to make. I mean, it was right before COVID. It's right before everything's been changed up, and it capitalized on this buildup, I mean, of really 10 plus years of, kind of smart management on terms of what they did with that. But I think that's the ultimate goal, is to, make these characters you have as, TV, movie, and then all the toys and everything you can do off of that. But the comic books themselves, I think you could do a very, very lean monthly lineup, but I'm thinking like 4 or 5 main titles.
Yeah.
And ultimately you're going into kind of the black label thing. Like it's something that's more involved and more curated and released, maybe as a mini series over 6 months, and you have a good creative team that works together well. Yeah. And in a way they were kind of doing that anyways. I remember back, I was telling you guys before, I kind of stopped in the mid 2000s. You had creative teams like Grant Morrison, Frank Whiteley, Brian Hitch and Mark Miller. And these titles they were doing, there were like gaps, half a year long between an issue. And it was like killing you as far as like, as a fan, because it was like, they would solicit it, you go to the shop, it wasn't there. And it was like, oh yeah, it's been delayed another month. And dude, that went on month after month after month. Yeah. But essentially they were doing that model, and they even went in giving these guys all this lead time, and they would still like somehow catch up and fall behind. So they've kind of been going that way in a way, like the major stories, give them more time, make it look awesome, and have it tight and down rather than just like schlock. But schlock could get by when you had your 7-Eleven with it, your grocery store with it.
That's the big thing. Exactly.
Yeah.
I think the moment comics moved to a very niche, by having it be local comic shops exclusively carrying comics, that became a niche. That became something that people had to seek out specifically. Mm-hmm. This changed everything. And of course it worked. It was very lucrative for a time. But how can you not see that over time, as things shift and things change, by not having comics in front of people in the mainstream culture, wherever they were at, in the stores they were at, of course it was going to diminish the readers that you were generating. The new readership was going to eventually shrink. How could you not see that coming?
I could see almost a dual industry springing up from this, where you have, maybe you do have monthly titles, but as Lucius was saying, very few and very specific. and you're having this kind of like high-end comic book industry that doesn't use comic shops anymore. They just buy back issues, or they manage to get those runs, but it's not being focused on the comic book shop. It's focused on bookshelves and Amazon and what have you. And then you get this second industry where things like Kickstarter and Indiegogo have become the new printing press for the comic for comic creators. It's like it's democratized the ability to get out there. Obviously Kickstarter has got certain gatekeepers, but certainly something like Indiegogo, it's a case of you can just chuck it up there, and as long as you can communicate with a potential audience via YouTube or whatever it might be, which is the new way of doing things because nobody watches TV anymore, then you've got this whole new industry setting itself up to go out and it's an artisan industry. It's like it's providing a certain quality, and that's where the market's going to sit. And all the other, the mainstream comic books, that it's going to be a much smaller, more niche and more select output. I think that's a possibility. I could be completely wrong.
That's also where Ethan's headed. He was discussing it the other day on Twitter that he's thinking of doing monthly Cyberfrog books, but doing them as a subscription service.
Right.
Now, I've seen these models before. You can do that with sort of T-shirts now, and you can see if you're a particular artist, you can get a subscription to this artist, and they'll send you a T-shirt every month.
Wow.
I quite tickled by that for an artist, and Ethan's not an artist; he's a fucking draws cartoons for a living. I'm joking. For an artist, a canvas artist, or a painter, you know what I mean? That kind of an artist, a fine artist, if you will. Oh God, there's
like yourself.
I just had a fucking migraine come back from college days. So people like that doing things like T-shirts, I think that's a great model. I can't see it for comics. The model that's in existence at the moment, there's certainly the ComicsGate is building, I think is great.
I do too.
I think if you did, if you had the capabilities, which is kind of what your boy Zach's looking at now, is doing a bi-monthly book, but all the books are different. But there's a new campaign coming up from him every 2 months now.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's now paying creators to do he's just sitting back doing, I've got this idea. He's basically Keanu Reeves now. He's he's waking up in the middle of the night, ringing up an artist and a writer going, I'm in the desert. Like, it's dark, it's full of water. Night.
Do it. We're going to launch it tomorrow morning, by the way.
Yeah. Well, that's what he did. That's what he did with Pandemic.
Right.
And he just did it. Like, he did Pandemic over the course of a week, apparently. Something like that. A week or 2 weeks.
That's great because Keanu Reeves is nearly cancelled now as well.
Well, there you go.
Ain't no one cancelling Keanu Reeves, man.
No, that ain't happening.
Definitely not on Tuesdays.
So the curious...
I got to ask, man. Hold on. What is this Tuesday thing?
It's okay to be gay on Tuesdays.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I'm not sure where he got that from. I think he was misinformed by somebody who maybe favors him a little bit. And they were like, dude, Tuesday.
No. Bristolian Dave's response made me think that's a British thing. It's like, oh yeah, Tuesdays. It's gay for Tuesday. Yeah, it's totally.
Yeah. Well, the correct kind of vernacular would be, it's not gay on Tuesdays.
Okay.
All right.
But I thought it was tacos on Tuesday.
In America, we like peaches. What? No, it came from an Irish bloke who I really like on YouTube. And if you're American, or even if you're in the UK, I suggest you go and have a look at a guy on YouTube called Sergeant Ducky.
Okay,
it's very fucking funny.
Sergeant Ducky. All right.
While we've been talking, this thing has gone up like $5,000.
Yeah.
Of course.
Congratulations, Russ.
Man. Yeah, it's like making me look stupid.
You're rocking it.
But do you know what my son said to me earlier? He said, actually, if you look at your campaign compared to Keanu Reeves' campaign, and you take into account both of your net worths, I think you're doing better than Keanu.
That's actually brilliant.
Is it just me, or does he go robot then?
That is fantastic.
Well, that's
Me?
definitely something
It's
to,
you. It's
to
you.
keep in
It's me.
perspective.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely something to keep in perspective. Is like, think of how many people have eyes on Keanu versus look at the backer number and think of like the projects that are going on like in CG and stuff, and what you're running as well. And I'm also kind of surprised that like kind of the average spending, looking at this, it's like $100 a person. And
It is.
I'm kind of wondering how you guys, if you looked at this, how you feel about it. And I know that Sim, he like posted something in one of our chats saying like, this is something that's up on Amazon. Like you can look for the Berserker graphic novel and it's available on Amazon. And like this is like kind of like sort of maybe fleecing people with more money to spend or something thing here.
Yeah, it is weird because they're doing the weekly the floppies coming out in October for it.
It is.
So like I'm probably gonna end up getting the floppies all before I get this.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you guys about them because, I mean, if you look at the ComicsGate kind of thinking on this, the model that seems to be emerging and the strongest, the idea with CG is to release this premium edition graphic novel kind of product to backers with all the stretch goals and goodies. And the backers of this premium product take precedent. They're first in line, and they get this glorious thing. And then after the fact, like say a Clint Stoker, maybe he releases a newsprint quality of the same story and comic through alternate comics at a much lower price point, obviously. And I feel like that's the CG way of thinking on this. This campaign is definitely mixing that up. You're going to be able to get the floppies before you get the premium product, which is interesting. I don't know if you guys are aware, but the third volume of this book isn't coming. You will not get that until September 2022.
Jesus.
2 years, man.
No, that's not. No, it's not for me.
When they take in your money on the first volume, I presume.
Well, except for the shipping. I guess at the end of the
fucking
campaign, they
shipping
take
thing.
the shipping costs. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Kickstarter
get
is
ready.
weird about shipping, but like 2 years, you're not going to get this total product delivered to you until 2 years from now.
And you know, with Boom, with a company like Boom, a bigger company, they'll use a fulfillment system. They won't be like we're doing, going down the post office, buying all the stuff, putting it in the post, and keeping the post as low as possible. There'll be a fulfillment, and it'll probably be expensive.
Yeah. Oh, the shipping is out of it. It's insane. Like, there's confusion on the shipping for this project as well because, it's not really clear if this is for here's the shipping rates here. It's not entirely clear.
Holy
these-
shit! Is that over a what? 100?
Yeah. Now there's going to be separate shipping points for each. There's 3 volumes, and they're shipping separately at far different times. Now it's actually kind of unclear if this price represents the cost for
total.
all 3 shippings, or if it's for each time it ships. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but even so, those prices, Jesus fucking Christ.
And shipping, as we know, it's not cheap, man. This is CG's biggest hurdle. It's one of the things that we talk about often is how to reduce shipping costs for fans.
This has to be an all-in cost. Like, there's no way they're going to charge you $345 to send you 3 books to the UK. Like,
I agree. It can't be. But there is confusion about it.
Oh, absolutely. Like, I'm confused. I want to know exactly what's going on. And the beautiful thing is, it's got a little asterisk underneath and red writing, estimated shipping costs. But then there's no, like, they took the time, not just to produce a little spreadsheet, but to produce the asterisk, the caveat, but then not be clear.
Yeah,
Basically,
right.
it's just left it open so they can charge whatever the fuck they want, pretty much, for the shipping.
It kind of feels like that. And what it says in small print here, which people might not be able to see, is 3 shipments of 1 book each.
Estimated shipping costs of Rot's tiny penis. Upgrades a slipcase and mental boxes.
But
and increase the cost. Yeah,
to
that's
be
right.
to be fair, Captain, it's only tiny on Tuesday.
It's Thursday here, I think, and it's still tiny.
It's huge. Trust me.
I think it's a testament to just how bloody popular Keanu is that so many people are. This isn't just about, because I look at, I got the advice over my Indiegogo from some solid sources like yourself, Captain, and Rot, as well as Michael, and I was all about keeping it as simple as possible. And although, you know, any intelligent person, like all the people in the room and in the chat, would be able to follow this fairly well, it still seems quite a lot to take in and quite complicated, really. And you're not quite sure how much you're paying and when you're paying it and when you're going to... Obviously, you've got these dates for when you're going to get it, but it all seems a bit bizarre to be so far away. And yet he's got... How much? $500,000 dollars?
I know.
So people must love him to death because they've gone through this and gone, yeah, I'm clicking a button, it's Keanu.
My question is, like, how many people do you think haven't even looked at that? And are going to get a horrible fucking shock when they get told they got to pay £100 in postage?
Yeah, the comments, if you look at the comment section, almost every other comment, at least, is like, oh my God, I just saw the shipping thing. I'm probably gonna refund this. Like, they're freaking out.
You've also, like on Indiegogo, you've also got to remember there is a secret Tuesday tier. You only get that if you sign up to Keanu's personal email.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Which I'm sure you've done. You took care of that day one. I'm sure.
Yeah. It's amazing actually. What happens is he turns up on a Tuesday, and the pilot, you won't believe this, the pilot that brings him to my door, John Travolta.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So it's a 2 for Tuesday. 2 for Tuesday.
But
Okay.
Travolta's gay on every day except Tuesday.
Yeah, that's
So
the only
that
problem.
doesn't make a lot of sense.
Does he bring Tom Cruise with him as well?
Oh God, if he brought Tom Cruise with him, I'd shut the door immediately. No, thank you.
I just want to ask, does this sound good? Woohoo! Like that? Or should I say it like this? Woohoo! That's Tom Cruise acting techniques 101.
Oh yeah. So you're saying,
it's
yeah,
not the
we
same
get it.
amount, yeah.
It's no different. Yeah,
Now
and you know, do you think that this project brings value to the table? I mean, I'm not really sure.
I'm one of the things that like troubled me up front was like there seems to be even mixed messaging in what they're putting out. Like there's one thing that seems to say everything's done, pretty much. Like it's all done, it's all ready to go, and it's like, yeah, but why is your date way out in 2022? And why is there no preview art whatsoever? Everything that's art on this is like it's subject to change. It's subject to change. It's like you don't have even like the intro pages or anything to show off as far as the thing.
And I think the interior artist, I think, actually got changed right after like posting the. There's a lot of confusion about interior art, which I don't think we've seen a single piece of interior art.
Not
You
final.
have to remember though, it is drawn, coloured, and about something.
With staples.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's not, drawn and colored. Yeah, okay, but when it's about something, that's when it really gets my attention.
Yeah. Like that was seriously like one of the worst like celebrity endorsement I would say is always a plus, but that was one where it's like, is he just signing off like he's on this project?
No, I am clipping.
Like,
I'm taking Keanu's little bit about everything he says about this comment. I'm putting it on my campaign page preview because it's one size fits all. It can be about any comic. So I'm just gonna plug it in, man. It's drawn, it's colored, and it is about something.
I love comic books. Yeah, I'd love to work on them. It's about something.
It just goes to show the power of celebrity, especially if it's a good celebrity. Because if anybody else apart from a celebrity had done that, people would go, "What? This is crap.
What?
Go away."
I did listen to the video again yesterday, and the bastardization of the English language that is managed to be achieved by our colonial friends across the pond is phenomenal. There was a moment in the video where he was like, I was like approached by like this guy in it, like boom, and he like said, "Do you like comics like?" And I was like, "Yeah, I like comics like they're great, isn't it?" And then the other guy said, "Do you want to like make a comic like a comic like thing, you know, with drawings and colours and pictures in it, like a comic like thing?" There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the thing about this campaign is I know that Keanu has really nothing to do with the nuances of this campaign. Just like Stallone had nothing to do with how your boy Zach set up the campaign for Expendables. I'm sure he wasn't like, I'm going to oversee every facet of what you're doing here. No, he's trusting that, Boom Studios is going to run a campaign that is professional and does it right. So it's like, it's not a reflection on Keanu's just like, he was approached to do something. It sounded like a cool idea. And I don't, we have no idea how much he's getting a piece of this thing or whatever, but this is all Boom Studios is what I'm saying. This is Boom Studios.
He's the ultimate marketing tool.
Yeah.
Tool, yes.
Yeah, and he probably gets to keep the IP and go away and make a film with it and keep all the profits or something.
More than likely.
Yeah.
The only thing missing from that video was it's super awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. I know that this is personal. All appreciation of art is subjective. I'm not really a fan of Ron Carney, to be honest. So I won't be buying the book. I'll check it out. If it had an art, like if it had an artist like, I don't know, like Brian Bolland doing it, or EVS, or somebody who I really appreciated the art of, then I'd probably pick it up. But I certainly would take a good look at those postage prices, and that could well put me off.
I'd take a good look at the postage prices and run a mile.
So
bye.
It's a lot to expect people to do.
Yeah, I was just really curious. Like, someone had mentioned it was on Amazon, and like, well,
there it is.
There it is.
How much is it there, and how much does it cost to have it posted?
Yeah, that's an
a fair
interesting
question
question
because Broughton will be looking at stupid Amazon that's not real.
Amazon UK is superior. I will say that.
Is it?
So,
I've
what
lost.
the fuck, man? Like, no, it probably isn't. I don't know. Are there differences?
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's not .com. It's .co.uk. Like
right.
your delivery costs are different from our delivery costs.
Right. Okay.
Um,
So it's $15.99 for the first volume.
And this, I'm assuming, is the soft cover collected graphic novel. I'm assuming it's not a floppy. So $15.99. It's free delivery. Free delivery, of course. So why would you? Who the fuck? God damn it!
So
I can't spell this for fucking shit.
If you bought all three, and you got free delivery, it's cheaper than the first tier on
exactly
Kickstarter, and you don't pay any delivery.
I just checked. It's not on .co.uk.
I was going to say, I just typed it in. It took me about 20 minutes to spell the fucking thing. The first option that comes up is Wolverine Omnibus Volume 1, then The Complete Mouse, then Batman White Knight. It's all Wolverine stuff. Cool.
Unbelievable.
That's why I'm getting the floppies, because I want to read it. So I'm just going to buy the floppies when as they come out. Cheaper.
Yeah, I'm certainly curious about it, and it does seem like there's going to be a lot less expensive ways to get your hands on this comic. The fact that it's available for order on Amazon right now is, dude. This is not a way. This is not how crowdfunding campaigns should be.
And how much you want to bet that's the same thing they're going to deliver to the people that ordered on Kickstarter? Like, you should have some advantage to being a backer. Like, I know Liam said he came up with it, but Sean Gordon Murphy said it, where it's just like, this is the premium version you guys are backing. It's not going out that way to anybody else. You guys are getting the best version of the product that I'm making. That's the way it should be. You're investing. You're an investor into it. Is essentially the idea, but it's kind of weird that, like, again, it's like reverse. It's all done. It's all ready to go. I found it also weird the way they're parsing it up. Like, I would much rather have one collected volume of it. Like, if I'm just going to order it, I'm going to slipcase and everything. Why not just make it just one solid hardcover and put it all in there? Because they're saying it's like 4 comic issues per volume. There's 3 volumes. That's basically 12 issues. That's like a standard. It's really weird. Like, I find it all really weird. It's all done. All these dates and everything in mind. Like, there's red flags going off for me, like, as far as
I agree, and
like,
it was such an interesting process yesterday because I went into the show just really excited. Like, it felt like it was kind of a win. It was proving something about the new model, and I still feel that in a lot of ways it is, but I feel like Boom Studios has bastardized the thing a little bit, gotten a bit greedy, and it is kind of making a mess a little bit. And I don't like it. I feel like it's bordering on abusive to people, and I don't really like that aspect.
It's a shame, because if they would have come in and done it all properly, and like a crowdfunding campaign should be, like you said, an exclusive product for those that back and get a shitter version of it elsewhere at a later date, like it would have been so much more acceptable. And I think that's part of the backlash. Unfortunately, probably the SJWs do have 1 or 2 points about it, like looking at the campaign. But I just, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like their points in typical fashion are completely missing the point.
Yeah.
Where, you know,
when they scream at you, in your face, you kind of just miss the point completely and just catch a load of their spit. So it's like...
Hashtag wear a mask.
That's a political statement, Kat.
Yeah, so? Hashtag still I.
Not on Rock's
yeah,
channel.
Vinny, Vinny's just straight up, it's a fucking scam. It's feeling like the crowdfunding campaign on Kickstarter from Boom on this it's feeling a little bit like a scam. Maybe a lot. I'm not, fuck, man. It really does feel bad.
Yeah, but
and
like I was saying earlier, it is the market. Yes, it's a scam. Hi, Vinny.
What's that, Vinny?
Yes,
Vinny.
It's a scam. It's predatory. Okay, but it's getting eyes on crowdfunding, and if people want to buy shit, they'll buy shit. Go into Disney World is predatory. It's a scam.
Absolutely.
But people still do it.
With that when you say predatory, then,
do you know what I mean? People still do it. So
yeah.
So I think to a degree, yes, it's annoying. Like I was saying about celebrity authors, it's annoying. But like, forget it and get on with your own thing. And the difference between the screaming and screeching that I've seen about it from, shall we say, one side of the audience. Is that the other side of the audience that most people here are just going to say, yeah, fuck it, get on with it, just get on with it.
Yeah, because here's the thing, right? They're clearly just selling it on his name. That's fine and all. But the thing that they're doing they're releasing it on Amazon as well. There's the pre-orders on there. That's where the scam factor comes in. Because this is essentially, this is the first time really talking about this. I haven't done a live stream in a week or so, but So seeing this nonsense, what they're doing, it's all fine, but at the same time, no one even knows who the artist is. People are confused. It was an Italian artist. Then he got replaced. Ron Garney's doing it, but they're not saying it clearly on the campaign. There's prices out your fucking asshole for shipping. The book isn't going to come out for years. Yeah. So, what are they trying to do? What they're trying to do is, this is literally Boom having a fight with Richard Meyer and trying to say, oh, you are the Stallone, we got Keanu, ha ha ha, which I don't give a shit about. One thing, it is bringing more eyes to comics. That's a good thing. But at the same time, we're doing crowdfunding. Boom, they have monthly titles, right?
Yeah.
So they don't really necessarily have to be doing this. What they could be doing is, hey, we're going to release this in comic shops. We don't have to crowdfund. It's pre-ordered on Amazon if you want it. They're not telling people any of this shit. You know they're going to release it in all different ways. So that's where the scam factor comes in. It's cool. I mean, I see what you're saying too, that they're, you're getting eyes on comics, and whatever the fucking reason how you're getting there, at least there's more eyes on comics. Yeah, but you're also burning fans.
Yeah, that's the big thing, man. Yeah. And for those new people that are coming in, say it is bringing someone who's never purchased a comic before, how do you think they're going to feel if they spend some like $300 tier on this campaign and then find out they could have got the same shit on Amazon for half?
Right. Oh, here's the other thing. Look at Top Cow. Top Cow did the same shit a few months ago with the Witchblade book. They did a collected edition. The only shit that really sells for Witchblade are the old Michael Turner books, right? So they're going to do an ultimate edition. They did crowdfunding, and at the same time, they were selling it on Amazon. As soon as people started seeing that, the sales stopped for the crowdfunding. They did it because, hey, look how much money is being made over here. Let's try to get that extra cash. You know, it's a shitty, scummy move.
You don't reckon that Boom are just doing it? What Kickstarter, I presume, pays out the money when the campaign ends, right? Mm-hmm. You don't think they're doing this as just a way to get a good, probably close to $1 million by the time it's finishing, just in the bank to keep them afloat?
The thing is, they don't get even though they get the.
Oh, right, Sim.
What's up, Sim?
Hi, Sim.
The thing is, the
You're a little low.
Gets funded at
a bit quiet, mate.
Oh, hold on. Let me.
He's on his knees.
There you go. Is that better?
There we go. There we go.
So the thing is that Kickstarter also take the money when the campaign closes. So that's another factor that it kind of hits the backer by surprise with the surprise shipping also. And another thing I'd like to point out that I was trying to point out in the chat is when I first checked on day one, it was saying exactly how much I was paying for shipping. You would click on it, it would say $45 for Canada for one package, right? And it would say in the description, the backers get all 3 books delivered on September 2021. And they also mentioned that the single issue were going to get released, starting to get released before. Mm-hmm. But they never mentioned the Amazon thing and the fact that it's cheaper to buy it there, plus you don't pay shipping.
Unbelievable, man.
Even for me in Canada.
Yeah.
Someone else did this on with who was the other fucker that did this?
It was the Eastman. I think it was the Eastman campaign, right? With
Clover Leaf something.
Yeah. And again, it probably wasn't them. It was the goddamn publisher fucking doing it.
Yep.
Well, look at Snyder though. Look at Scott Snyder. Same bullshit. What he's doing, he doesn't have to be doing this. And then the other thing too, like with that dude, my share of the money, I'm not keeping it. I'm going to put it into a business. Well, excuse me.
Bullshit.
That means you're keeping it. If you're taking the money, you're opening up a business. That's your money now. Dude.
Why are these people opposed to just saying, I'm going to make some money, bitches? What is wrong with this shit?
The semantics of language.
And here's the other thing. This is what I love. They go, this is a special edition. What's special about it? It's not finished. It's gonna stay in black and white.
Yeah, the special edition is the one at $200 if you scroll down. Yeah, exclusive cover.
Dude, I don't have. Wait, call me Mark. Are you there? We heard from you. What's going on over there?
What up?
Hey, Mark.
We're good. I think you delivered everything you needed to.
So I've been watching the show for at least half an hour, and I haven't seen you check on Russ's book. Like, how's that doing, Russ? What are you on today? Sold any today?
Is this a public shaming?
Sounds like
yes.
1,527 glorious British pounds with 38 backers.
Yes. So I haven't sold any today. No. I think I sold one first thing this morning, and that's it for the day.
Well, then, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, if you are enjoying the show, do not subscribe to Rotten Glory. Go and give your money to Mr. Russ Leach.
Russ Leach.
It's a good-looking book.
Thank you.
man, I just love getting punched in the face on my show. It's I've grown to really like it and appreciate it. If you're not copying, you're not pasting, motherfuckers. Just fucking learn the rules.
There you go. I had to put my own in there because I don't see through the woods on your list here, so I had to drop it in. There you go.
Bro, what are you doing, mate?
Well, that's why I wrench all you fuckers up so you can promote your shit. I'm generous.
I don't see
that
Tales
way.
from the Nadverse neither.
It tells from the Nadverse in the description. Absolutely in the description. All the people that are co-hosts on the show, they have links in the description below. But you know, feel free to kick me in the balls, even though it's not Tuesday. Just do it.
That was a hit and miss. Hey,
Listen, I think
it's fair game. I admit it.
We need to start a new campaign, and we got to put another celebrity's name on it. I'm going to put Tom Cruise on mine.
I know. Let's go. I'm gonna go get Elvira and do a book of Elvira. Who's in?
Oh yeah, there you go.
No, she's
probably on like life support right now. She'll be down. Just like.
No,
is she still alive?
Yeah, she is. But she looks good too.
Oh, she looks good. Yeah, dude. ComicsGate.
How old is she now?
Get after that.
60 something.
Got to be upper 60s.
Hold on.
I saw her a couple years ago. In and out of makeup. She looked better in makeup.
Who doesn't?
Me.
I've seen you, Vinny. I've seen you all dressed up, mate.
You have?
Who's doing spray paint? Captain, I know that's you.
It's a Posca pen, mate. It's not spray paint.
Oh, okay.
I can't find me Tipex pen.
That's not the cap. That's me. I'm gonna spray paint my face. I gotta look good there.
Backing up again.
So
But
yeah,
you know-
it's unfortunate. Once again, I think ComicsGate is really showing how to do things properly when it comes to respecting fans, delivering value to fans, not engaging these abusive practices and trying to trick people. I mean, if you're gonna have a product for sale somewhere else where they could get it for less, the same damn thing, and not pay shipping on it, dude. You are literally deceiving and ripping people off.
I have to say, you know, I had this approach of, you know, more eyes on and everything, but seeing that, I didn't realize that it was on Amazon.
I didn't either. Yeah,
but that has changed my approach somewhat. It's not like the all the other people screaming, "Oh my God, it's terrible that this man's earning so much money." Fuck that. It's a capitalist environment. You go out there, use the market. But the fact that they're actually, it's predatory practice to put that on Amazon when you could just go and get it for $15.
Yeah, dude, that's
like what?
I mean, we do have new info here from Razmaz. Keanu, you know, may very well be coughing on each of these special edition books. So, I mean, which means you could get like a special Keanu edition of COVID or something.
Yeah,
which is,
you know, the Rock has got it.
and you can't put a price on that shit.
And that shit is becoming immortal like he is.
Yeah. You know, the Rock has got COVID.
Yeah, man or his family apparently.
He's got it in a headlock.
Well, if it kills him, then I might take notice of COVID. I might finally respect it. But
the Rock doesn't have
gonna
COVID.
happen.
COVID has got a case of the Rock.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're never gonna get Black Adam.
Well, nobody heard about Chuck Norris about it?
Oh yeah.
Dude, it's insane. But it's the same thing too. Like when the monthly subscription, like that's not gonna be a smart move either, because you're gonna lower the quality. Even if you have a rotating door of consistent artists, quote unquote. Right. A lot of people, especially if they're in indies or ComicsGate, they don't know a monthly schedule. So and this isn't a knock. This is a fact. It is a different beast entirely. So to do something like that, if it works for like someone like EBS, that's great. But at the same time, it's not crowdfunding anymore. It's going to be something completely different. If he already wants to, turn away from crowdfunding and just do his own company, I could see that. But to do crowdfunding and like the books we're releasing, I think it's a special format. They're bigger books. We're putting a lot more time and effort into it. And you're going to get a premium quality. Like anyone who's gotten my books, I made sure it's the highest paper quality you're ever going to find anywhere. You know,
he's not kidding. I've already killed 3 people with the paper in your book, man.
That's what I'm saying.
It cut right through their flesh, like it just fucking ended them.
And it makes it special because you have a weapon, you have a great book to read.
Yeah, and you can dig a grave with it as
the
well.
hardcover itself, and then you just use the pages to just cut all the major arteries after that, right?
That's right.
That's right, man.
Yeah.
And if you get the floppies, they're all glossy, so the blood just wipes right off. It's fantastic.
You got it all figured out.
Yeah, man.
On what you were saying, Vinny, then, mate. You know, like obviously monthly is not going to work. What would you say is like an optimal amount of time to release a book in terms of like how many do you reckon to keep the quality as high as it is per year?
It depends on the creative team. I mean, everything is going to be, case by case, but and if you don't want to water it down, because like you guys were saying earlier, why do you think the convenience store thing or 7-Elevens, they just, they crapped out anything just to get them on the shelves or, on the stand. People get them at a cheap price, and it's a fun little thing to read through and then kind of toss away. That's how it was. But, what the model we're doing, they're premium books with premium quality. So, we had this discussion, I think, over on Michael Bancroft. I was in the chat, but the chat was all like, they were saying the same thing. They want to save money, or they'd rather spend money slightly higher for a really great book, a great product, instead of doing it monthly. That they're okay with doing it, a couple times, depending on the creator, a couple times a year, and instead of doing it monthly. I mean, it depends. If you could keep great quality, let's say someone like Greg Capullo decides he wants to do like a monthly or bi-monthly book or something, you're going to get good quality, or
It's a regular thing. Like it's a basic thing. If I tell you, look, you're waiting for let's just say you're getting your new pair of pants made, right? It's just gonna take 2 days more, but it's gonna be better. If you want me, I'll rush it. What's your answer usually?
Yeah.
Right? It's like anybody's like, do you mind waiting like an extra day or two, or maybe a month? But it'll be like
exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah. Want to wear pants?
I really feel like I do feel like Clint Stoker was kind of ahead of things.
Yeah.
I think the correct way to do this is a premium product up front. Absolute respect for the backers of the premium product with all the goodies, all the stretch goals, all the unique shit that you get with that. And then quite a ways down the road, releasing a very lower quality newsprint version of that through a printer like Alterna in a floppy format for people. I think this is kind of the golden sweet spot for comics moving forward. I think that's the way to go.
It's always been the initial idea of ComicsGate. It's offered deluxe edition. Then if it's popular, if it catches on, people like it, you bring it down to a more standard, edition.
Yeah. I think that's the way to go. And you're guaranteeing, because it's a newsprint, it's a low price point floppy. It's not going to be the same quality. You're assuring that your initial backers are getting the best possible version of that book.
And when you're getting from the first campaign, right? You're getting the most exclusive, limited edition because it's the first goddamn
exactly,
campaign.
And you're getting it first, which is this Berserker thing's doing it the opposite. They're delivering floppies to stores first. You're not getting your final book until
There's 25 version of the book. There's 25 version of the book too.
It's insane.
Good Lord.
It's crazy.
Not slipcase. That.
Metal.
If you take another look at that campaign, and you don't have to, but if you look at it, basically everything that's the more collective edition, like more limited, all those things are the ones that are selling out. Like I just went through like looking to see what numbers are selling. There were day one deals that they got rid of, like for the soft covers. I think it's still a little bit more than what that Amazon thing would add up if they're all the same price. Yeah. But it's the signed Keanu one. It's the limited to 100 or 500, 250, whatever. If you look at it, those are the ones that are just like selling through like mad right now. So I think it's just Keanu fans coming in and wanting. It's his name on the project, and maybe there's something extra to those top tier ones. And that's why it's selling like that.
Yeah, it's like the baseball card thing, man. It's like the rare item is going to be worth more in the future, so they want to snatch it all up right now. That's what they're banking on, and his name. So anyone with half a brain, if you know that it's on Amazon, because a lot of people don't know, but if you know, it's better to go over there because you get the first volume for $16, whatever it is. Then you could wait for volume 2. You could wait for volume 3. You don't have to fork up all your money up front and then get another surprise shipping
And if you add everything, you save at least $2 off the initial price. Plus, you don't pay shipping.
You don't. That's a huge one.
Yeah, you never know. You might read the first book and not like it and not want the other two.
That too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, what if that happens? What if the floppies start coming out and people who bought this Mega Deluxe fucking $400 tier were like, holy shit, this sucks. I don't want it now.
and then you don't even
What's
know
going to happen?
You don't know if the creative team's going to stay the same on volume.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. If they get into a fight, the thing's not even produced. They didn't even start yet, technically.
Yeah.
Right? They just changed the artist.
Obviously, there's contracts and shit, but if there's other things that are in play, you don't know. You don't know what's going on for real. I mean, I know Ron Garney. We were friendly over the years, kind of off and on, but he's always been a good guy. I think he's a solid artist, but depending on the story that they're telling, I mean, I don't know what
Comics are awesome.
They are, Garney. They are. They should have just left it at that.
Sorry, guys. I didn't mean that to start playing. I did want to... I haven't really shouted out Kelsey Shannon. I'm such a fan of Kelsey Shannon. And he does such unique stuff. But here's a little video he put out on this. I don't think it takes into account all the nuances we've been discussing, but it is pretty fucking funny. This guy has a unique way of putting videos together. It's good stuff.
Comics are awesome.
Whoa! Buxarama! Obviously, you don't have the talent. You don't have enough respect for yourself.
Mike Miller.
People more wanted
Yeah.
That was awesome. Good. Holy shit.
I mean, the guy puts together, his edits are, I don't know that I've seen better, man. Kelsey
funny.
has a way with doing this shit that's just mind-blowing.
Yeah. He's a fucking genius.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll be back in a little while.
All right.
Sorry.
Thanks for popping in, Vinny.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Yeah, we'll probably be done by the time he gets back.
Oh, if you're going to be done, yeah, I'll just jump out then. Yeah, guys, it was great seeing you all.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm going to be doing another stream either tonight or tomorrow. So, Sim, we're definitely going to grab your book and showcase that as well.
Awesome.
Nice.
So,
nice.
Yeah.
Good.
Just let me know when you have time, and then we'll set it up.
Well, dude,
Right.
I'm always available for you, bro. You know this.
Cool,
Just send
man.
me a message.
You got it, man. All right, see you guys later.
See you later.
man.
Yep.
Bye.
Cool. I just wanted to show some recent art from Kelsey. Again, this guy is he's a unique talent, man. He can do so many different things, and I really hope
That's
that
pretty cool, actually.
I hope he steps up and does his own campaign, like legitimately just his own campaign, where it's not bogged down in other people's bullshit.
Yeah.
I think Kelsey, the love for Kelsey will just, I think he'll succeed in a
I've said
way
it before, and I'm going to say it right now.
We just need-
Sorry, Sim. Sorry, Finny, but Kelsey is my favourite CG artist.
Why sorry?
Yeah, why
Why
be
not
sorry?
sorry
You're
to
allowed-
me,
you're allowed to
man?
your own
Why not
opinion.
sorry to me?
You don't apologize to Lucius.
No,
What the fuck?
Didn't apologise
So
to me.
disrespectful.
no,
Yeah,
I'm not
Russ is
apologising
here.
to you, Russ.
No, I know I'll never get an apology. Doesn't matter how much you abuse me.
He'll make up for it on Tuesday. I promise.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Kelsey, and also the Jack Show. Kelsey is returning. The Jack Show will be hosted by Kelsey on his channel tonight. If anyone's interested, that should be a good time, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Swamp Thing.
Cool story.
Tommy, Mark, we haven't heard much from you. What are your thoughts on this? It's not gay on Tuesday thing. Is that accepted by you?
Well,
Those are that's my take as well. Well,
on any day. That's my motto.
Are you calling from a bunker underground, like 3 Mile
He's still
underground
trapped
bunker?
in the toilet from last night.
Oh, okay.
I'm hiding from the North Koreans, yeah.
Yeah, they're officially after you. Well, that makes sense, man. We knew that day would come.
I mean, if I'm hiding in the bathroom, all they have to do is send Agent Oscar Pistorius to finish me off. It's like a 10-year-old joke there.
Yeah.
I didn't get, but I laughed anyway.
You don't know who Oscar Pistorius is?
It's the delivery that counts.
That's right.
Isn't he the Blade Runner?
Yeah, he's that Paralympic runner. I know who shot his wife through the toilet.
Oh, yeah.
So he could just, what you're saying is he could spring up in the air with his amazing spring-loaded legs and shoot you through the window?
No, he's saying he's going to marry him and then shoot him.
Oh,
That's
fair
it,
enough.
yeah.
Yeah. On a Tuesday.
Yeah, it would have to be on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Shooting ups every day of the week here.
Ooh, Scotland.
Bum, bum, bum. All right, I think we're at that point.
Cheers, Milk Snatcher.
We're at that point where we're gonna just simp each other out, promote some stuff. Russ, anything you'd like to shout out? I'm posting a link to your campaign right now in the chat.
Yes, you can come find me on my YouTube channel, Comic Book Black Belt. You can find me at russleach.com, at comicbookblackbelt.com. You can find out more about my book at onlydeathcansavus.com. There is a link there, as well as in the description, to go to the campaign, which is live and is doing very well. Thank you to everyone who has backed. Go find it. Go check it out. It's Bronze Age. It's fun. It's great. It's cosmic. You can also find me on the Twitter, on the Facebook. Cosmic. On the Parlay and on the Instagram, come talk to me about comic book art.
You've been doing so well with the parlay thing, and you just fucked up there, didn't you?
Yeah.
You've been nailing it the past few streams I've seen you on, and now just all of a sudden you come to Rock's channel, you forget how to talk.
It's so difficult to go to the parlor or the parlay because it just doesn't work. I keep trying to post images there and it doesn't work. So I think I might give up in the end.
Yeah, I think we should start doing this in the middle of the show, because the moment you officially start doing it's like everybody leaves.
Yeah.
Like, oh, fuck you guys. Thanks for the free entertainment, but I'm not gonna listen to you promote shit. Fuck.
Wow. You know, when you fast forward through, when you double tap 6 times, like,
you should maybe
on someone's channel.
Maybe you should prepare like commercial spots in between, like in the show.
Yeah,
you just run a commercial spot for that book.
Already
what
ahead
an
of
idea!
Sim.
What an
already
idea!
Ahead of you, Sim.
Are you doing that? Nice. That's a good idea.
Next, Lucius, what you got?
Well, I don't have anything personal in mind, but I would point people towards Phantom by People Circus.
Yeah,
still in demand, and I picked up the Volume 1 Special Edition, which is still there. $57, 100 pages of content.
100 babes, that's right.
And I think he's going to be fulfilling this soon, so I would snatch it up now while there's still time.
Although you can get it on Amazon for $10.
That's false.
Only,
don't do that.
Here's a CG UK joke, but only on Mexican Amazon.
Camu Mark, what do you got?
What up? Just go and put your name on my Not Daredevil mailing list. Like, I'm so close to finishing the fulfillment of Kim Il-sung. Like, I can taste it. Like,
nice.
So my burn stream's gonna be coming up.
Yes, that's what I want. That's what I want to hear. Where?
Yeah,
when? Where? How?
Stupid long special as well. So, the week that the 14th of September is in, I'm gonna do it on the Friday of that week, weather permitting. Like, because obviously if it's raining, it ain't gonna make the best fire.
Right.
And it is Britain, and that's statistically likely to be the case.
Got it. Well, find a bridge and do it under a bridge or something, man. Have some homeless people there.
Where he's phoning from now.
Have you seen Commie Mark? He can't go under a bridge. You'll never get him back.
Okay. Got
He'll
it.
be eaten very quickly.
I thought you were calling him a troll.
No.
No, more like a homeless hipster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not a hipster.
He was offended.
Bristol,
Dave.
Dave, what you got?
As always, follow me on Twitter there, Bristolian D. This show today was brought to you by Ocean Bomb, apple juice flavored sparkling water with Bulbasaur on the front from Japan. Adverts are good for you.
I had no idea. When is my check arriving?
I'm doing it on your behalf, so follow me on Twitter and you might find it.
Your check rot will be surrounded by communist uniforms.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
we'll
accept
give
that.
you a check.
Now, Dave,
like a
Dave,
cavity check.
are you able to grow in a beard?
No, I have this. You see that?
No.
This beautiful bit of patch.
It's got a
here,
neck
and then I
goatee.
grow there.
That's
I have
awesome.
neck beard.
Because
And then I have
sometimes
that, and that's all I can grow. The rest
I
is
look
shit.
at you, I look at the way you frame up, I'm like, man, this guy could be like an Orson Welles stand-in. And if that's the case, you could be doing all sorts of like promotions like you just did there, except you can be under the influence of whatever and just like, Bulbasaur. Apple juice.
Oh man, no. I wish I got family got shit facial hair, man. It took my dad like 20 years to grow a mustache properly.
But his mum did it in a week.
Yeah, I knew you were going to do that. I knew that was
I knew
coming.
that was coming.
Yes, well, see, you know, this is
And
why
Mark
Tommy
did
Mark
his mum
believes
last
in
week.
this.
Oh,
Just building up for my YouTube channel, you know, because there's going to be so many products that want to sponsor me. It's just, I got to get practice.
Oh
on
yeah,
that.
they're lining up.
I'm late, man.
Tommy
Certainly
Mark,
not,
before
certainly not
I-
beard
neck beard.
moisturizer.
I forgot to
Yeah,
ask,
neck
Tommy,
beard moisturizer. New thing.
Tommy Mark, are you doing a special Russian troll factory this week?
I am doing one this week. We're going to
Okay.
do like a sort of version of Family Fortunes or Family Feud, as you would call it.
Yes.
Like I've found a way of getting the survey answers, like to some specific questions. So we're gonna have a look at that. It's all about like Russian troll factories in it, so it's about data mining and stuff as well. Like,
Nice. All right.
can't
And
remember.
that'll be tomorrow. What time does that roll?
It's 10 p.m. GMT, 5
Okay.
p.m. EST. Probably, let's be honest, 20 past of
Yeah.
those times.
Let's be.
I hope it won't
the
be
only
as painful.
the only guy that runs later than I do, Tommy Mark. Sometimes he doesn't even show up at all.
I hope it won't be as painful as that election app we used.
No, it'll be far better than that. One time I was 38 minutes late because I couldn't find a hat to wear.
That's a valid excuse. We are a hat group after all.
Yeah, and it was before like I've gone hatless since, and now I don't care. But originally, because before I used to have proper overhead headphones in it, but
yeah,
looked
I'm not a hipster, honest, Gov. I'm not going on YouTube without a hat. Fucking hell.
Captain Pocket.
They're all lined with tin foil in it, like so no one can.
Of course.
Me during the show.
I've been trying to read your thoughts for 6 months now, and I haven't been able to do it because of that damn tinfoil.
Yeah.
Damn it.
That's why.
Pisses me off. Fuckhead, what do you got for us?
I'm not into promoting myself. I can't be bothered.
What the fuck?
Well, no one
Since
else is
when?
either, so who else is going to do it?
You're the king of promoting yourself segues. What the hell happened?
Would you like to promote a Fuck Odie segment right now?
Nope.
Oh,
No,
oh,
we're on
wow.
good. We're on speaking terms today.
Oh.
That'll change Saturday.
No rain, no glass in today's stuff, huh?
No, I'm not. I've taken the day off doing that shit today because I was doing more woodwork, more man stuff.
Wait till Cap sees the page where it's raining glass. Like he's gonna cry his eyes out.
Sim.
Yeah, well, I'd like to invite everybody to go check out the most badass intergalactic man of mystery, not the Merc, in Tales with an Adverse. Now on Indiegogo at 74%.
Oh,
it's pretty
Is
sweet.
it 74%?
Fantastic.
So close.
So seven day in, 74%. Let's get it past those stretch goals because we want that swimsuit special.
There's a
The
swimsuit
more
special?
I make after 20K, the more people join in. So.
Holy shit.
Whoa.
That's right.
One of, like, a perceived wisdom, I was meant to say this to us yesterday, is like, you know what you raise in the first 48 hours, if you multiply that number by 3, that's like about what you'll end on. So you're on like 29% or something on it, so it's gonna be.
No, I know.
I
think
was
that
I was at 50% in the first 24 hours.
Yeah, I was on about Russ's book. Like,
yeah, I don't think that's going to apply to Russ's book because I actually feel like it's going to get something is going to happen. Yeah. Because it's such a special. It
as
really
soon as Malin looks at it properly, when Malin looks at it, it's gonna blow up.
We're gonna get that thing in, and of course we're gonna try and do that for everybody's campaign. But I do feel like Only Death Can Save Us has a unique level of quality, and it's all ages, and it's just something very. I think it's a special campaign, and there's going to be something that just triggers it, man. I think maybe Keanu comes on and is like...
Maybe Keanu come on and say, yeah.
Whoa, Only Death Can Save Us. Whoa.
Death.
Yeah, it's obviously not a perfect system. I've seen books go from 725 on the last day pounds to like $3,000 in one day.
It can happen.
Yeah, let's
you never know.
Like, it's a fixed goal. Like, we got to get it over today.
You know exactly if Keanu Reeves gets involved. Only Death Can Save Us from the next Matrix film.
For God's sake, somebody.
COVID tried, but it didn't work. God damn it. All right. Well, I want to thank my panel for being here, and everyone here, and Vinny for dropping in as well. Thanks for the chat. What
are you doing an Atomic Deuce tomorrow?
I'm honestly still debating on it because I know it is First Friday. I should be doing it. Should I do it, man?
Yeah.
I was thinking. You know what I was thinking about doing for this one? No plan.
There you go.
No videos, having no content ready. Just
you gotta have the dogs ready, man. The dogs.
Those shows are planned.
Shut up.
Yeah, believe it or not.
How many? I'm still. Do I even get to ice my bruised balls from the last time you kicked me, or?
Dude, all you need to do is I published a book at Image called Ruin of Ragnon. Back my new book.
Oh shit!
Have you read that yet, Sim?
No, I'm about to though. It looks fucking amazing.
Do I get to ice my balls? I mean, Jesus Christ!
Right, I've got to go.
You can,
all right, yeah.
Put them in your clam purse for next time.
All right. Yeah, there might be an Atomic Deuce tomorrow night. I think it will happen. Whatever happens, it'll be fun. It'll be chaos. You never know what to expect. So, thanks everyone for being here, and we will see you tomorrow.
All right.